22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, Carter looking middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Carter. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
He was brought down at the 20.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 15 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. From the gun, Carter. It's caught by Mike Evans. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
His throw incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Carter. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defend.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. It's caught. And it's 8-0.
It is successful and makes the score Giants 8.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Carter finds his tight end Ingram. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
The throw over the middle taken in and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A good solid gain there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2nd and 6.
Now Carter looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith catches left side.
Complete.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming.
The sense they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Two minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Back to throw now on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady game.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
New York.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got it. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
New York.
DK Metcalf with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead.
The Giants will line up for
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
and makes the score Giants.
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Giants.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not raw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That throw good for only a couple and brings up third down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
56.
From the gun, Carter. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
56, the mark for 56. Check 56.
Carter now throwing on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. A final shot before break. Carter. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my Apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out.
Rodrigo.
And we can get to the third quarter now. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Second and 6. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Good go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep. This is caught at the 20. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 55 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
For 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Carter, off play action. Throw left side complete. It's done. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts them in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Joe Mixon. Drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and 13. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll look to throw here toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 1. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it does.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
The extra point.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Oh, and the Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Here's Carter on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Back to throw is Carter on first and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
40, Cowboys 29.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So now the Cowboys down by 11. At time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
56, check 56.
Operating from the gun. Carter throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. There he goes left side. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point forthcoming. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The onside kick recovered.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now Carter throwing on first down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Carter now to throw on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Throwing on third and long. Carter into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for Metcalf on the... Got his man complete. Past the 20.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Dallas, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.